Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Growtopia inside the shade house. Look at that romaine. Holy cow. And it's transplant day as well. So you look at the watermelon radishes are doing good. These tomatoes are going to stay in here for just a little bit longer. They got to get a little bit bigger because they got to look like these guys. And they got to look like those guys before I put them out into the orchard. Look at that. Look at the red lettuce over here. This is crazy, right? Look at this romaine. Oh, man. The size of the stalk on this sucker, right? Look at my peas. My peas are doing great. Let's see if we got any peas yet. Not yet. But I know they do really good. Here, my cucumber, my garden sweet cucumbers, they got to go out into the orchard. This whole section's got to go out into the orchard. And these guys are going out into the orchard as well. Look at that. We got the red, white, and blue. We got the large cherry. Look at how many tomato plants are in there. And I know I am doing what nobody else does. Well, maybe some. I will plant 10 to 12 tomato plants in one spot, and they tell you no. And these professional gardeners tell you no. And the reason why, the real reason why, is because they become very heavy feeders on nutrients and watering. That's it. That's all it is. I did it last year successfully, and I'm doing it again this year. I do not believe in thinning my plants. I think thinning my plants is the most stupidest, idiotic thing out there, because instead of thinning it, I could literally take those 3 zebra tomatoes, carefully split them apart, put them in different containers, and sell 2 plants, give 2 plants away, put them in different spots. Like, why you cutting something that you spent so much time and energy and money on growing, and then you cut it and you throw away? It's so stupid. So, I don't believe in that shit. Because look at this red lettuce. It's not a red lettuce, it's like 5 or 6 red lettuces all together, growing in harmony. That's how Mother Nature is. That's how nature is, not even just Mother Nature, that's how nature is. Different stuff growing together in a compact space. I mean, look at the weeds on the ground. You got this, and this, that all growing in one spot. So why should everything be really separate? Yes, there are certain bugs and stuff that unfortunately get attracted by other plants. But I have everything growing in here. I got radishes next to watermelons, kales next to lettuce, and romaine, and peas next to romaine. I got cucumbers and carrots and cucamelons all growing together. I got tomatoes in one bed together. Obviously, I got celery, arugula, cilantro. I got basil, squash, eggplant, all in one bed. Kale, rhubarb, and tomatoes all in one bed. And there's nothing getting bothered by anything. So, I hear a lot of people like, oh, you can't have all this together. Like, yeah, you can. Stop crying. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the plants that are going to go out into the orchard, and I'm going to carefully remove them out of the soil, put them in a pan, and then I take them out into the orchard, and then I place them out there. And that's it. And then what I'll do is I come back later with my eggshell powder, that's just literally eggshells, and I'll rough up the soil around it and just sprinkle a very small amount, barely like a tablespoon. Sprinkle a little bit on them around the base, work them in, put some wood chips around them, and that's it. If you guys are wondering how deep to plant them, okay? Now, I also don't do any pruning of anything, right? I don't remove the suckers. I don't believe in that as well. I tried it last year on a plant. Here, I'll show you what a sucker is. So see, the sucker is the ones who believe in removing suckers. So this is what's considered a sucker. This little tiny offshoot here. That little offshoot right down there is considered a sucker. And basically it's another big branch that's growing with the optimum possibility of having a lot more tomatoes. So I had 2 plants last year that's exactly the same. One I removed from all the people that told me to do it on the internet, and the other one I didn't touch. And which one had a lot more harvest? The one I didn't touch. So I am not touching them. But yeah, so when you got these leaves here, right? So you look at from the bottom up to these leaves here. You can see how it's a little hairy, like, you know, your Uncle Joe's back. So what you want to do is you want to bury this just below those leaves. So even though your plant looks like it's tall and you think it's going to go on the ground this way, it's not. It's actually going to get buried deeper. And the reason for that is because all of these are all possible roots. These tomato plants are very, very interesting. So all these little hairs are all possible roots. So as soon as you bury it down there, not only does it make the plant stronger, but it makes it a lot healthier as well, from what I've noticed. I've seen some people where they bury them sideways, they fold them over. I bury them straight down, up just the way they are. Burying them at an angle, I don't think really is worth anything other than possible killing your plant or just making it taking longer to grow. I've planted them this way. They take off, they run straight north, and all I do is I spend about every 2 to 3 days putting tomato clips on them. And then my cucumbers, I put them next to my tomatoes, which everybody says not to. They will crawl up the tomato, but they also will jump onto the fence that's behind it and grow along the fence line. So whew, I am sweating in there. It is about almost 80 degrees inside this shade house, and the humidity is at 80, and I have sweat running top to bottom. That's it. So anyway, guys, this is Mike over here at Growtopia. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. I'll shoot a video when they are over there and when everybody comes back. And there's another thing that's part of this that takes a while as well, which is I'm obviously not filming, is the updating of the book. So I literally have to take the book and find the plants that are in here by their zone, and then figure out which zone that they're going to go in out into the orchard. It's really easy. I've been doing it for a while, but this record tracking keeps track of stuff, and you could see how much bigger those are right now. And 1, 2, and 3 were all kind of planted sort of somewhat at the same time. I would have to check to see if that's true, because if that's true, that means that that planter over there has better germination than this planter and this planter. Not germination, but sunlight for growth. Anyway, guys, let me go. Mike at Growtopia. Stay tuned, more to come.